A likely impossibility is always preferable to an unconvincing possibility. All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsions, habit, reason, passion, desire. Anybody can become angry, that is easy, but to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time and for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power and is not easy. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals; separated from law and justice he is the worst. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. Criticism is something we can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity. Even when laws have been written down, they ought not always to remain unaltered. Excellence is an art won by training and habituation. We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. For what is the best choice, for each individual is the highest it is possible for him to achieve. Friends hold a mirror up to each other. Through that mirror they can see each other in ways that would not otherwise be accessible to them, and it is this mirroring that helps them improve themselves as persons. Happiness is the settling of the soul into its most appropriate spot. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. I have gained this by philosophy, that I do without being commanded what others do only from fear of the law. It is easy to perform a good action, but not easy to acquire a settled habit of performing such actions. It is not enough to win a war, it is more important to organize the peace. It is possible to fail in many ways, while to succeed is possible only in one way. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Man is a goal-seeking animal. His life only has meaning if he is reaching out and striving for his goals. My best friend is the man who in wishing me well wishes it for my sake. No notice is taken of a little evil, but when it increases it strikes the eye. No one would choose a friendless existence on condition of having all the other things in the world. Obstinate people can be divided into the opinionated, the ignorant, and the boorish. Perfect friendship is the friendship of men who are good, and alike in excellence, for these wish well alike to each other qua good, and they are good in themselves. Poetry is finer and more philosophical than history, for poetry expresses the universal, and history only the particular. Poetry demands a man with a special gift for it, or else one with a touch of madness in him. Teenagers these days are out of control. They eat like pigs, they are disrespectful of adults, they interrupt and contradict their parents, and they terrorize their teachers. Something is infinite if, taking it quantity by quantity, we can always take something outside. The beauty of the soul shines out when a man bears with composure one heavy mischance after another, not because he does not feel them, but because he is a man of high and heroic temper. The difference between a learned man and an ignorant one is the same as that between a living man and a corpse. The greatest thing by far is to be a master of metaphor. It is the one thing that cannot be learned from others, and it is also a sign of genius, since a good metaphor implies an intuitive perception of the similarity of the dissimilar. The most perfect political community is one in which the middle class is in control, and outnumbers both of the other classes. The society that loses its grip on the past is in danger, for it produces men who know nothing but the present, and who are not aware that life had been, and could be, different from what it is.